What's up everybody, TJ here and welcome back to the Back in Time channel. Today we will be reacting to a video of a mom who took the life of her 21-year-old son. Of course, I'll be giving my commentary throughout the video to avoid copyright claims, and with that being said, let's get right into it.
It's in my car. I thought
where at? What car?
the red one.
Red car? Okay, step over there.
These
Send in the mess.
It's in my car.
Where at? What car?
The red one.
Red car? Okay, step over there. Go. Go inside. I got one down out in front. The mom's out here with me. I got several people inside the apartment. Okay. I got a pair of the doors. No medical attention. You don't need to do that. You might have a pocket knife on you. Right here?
Yes. I don't know where.
Got it.
It's not.
Anything else on you?
No.
Okay. All right. Have a seat. Watch your head down there. Okay, sit down. She got oil on her. Okay. Hot oil?
No.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna put this in your car. I'll wait you in the parking spot.
Excuse me.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you get me out? Can you get me out of here? I need to throw up.
Okay, 1 second.
Please, please, God, please, God. Oh God, oh God.
So just judging by the opening of the scene, you can see clearly upon the officer arriving that the mom is hovering over what appears to be the body of the son, and you can hear the sister in the background all frantic, basically saying take her to jail. So that indicates we already know who is responsible for his unfortunate demise, and we have the officer there, and they are automatically detaining the mom and putting her in the back of the police van. And you can hear the mom saying that she needs to be let out because she needs to throw up. My guess is that the whole situation is making her sick to her stomach. Either she can't believe that he's gone, or she can't believe the act that she did just happened.
Oh God, oh God, oh God.
Get some air.
No, please, God, oh God.
We're running out some air.
Oh God, yeah, oh God. Please, God.
Okay, one thing at a time.
You don't know.
One thing at a time.
Mercy. Oh. Oh.
Alright, what is your first name?
Laquandra Williams.
What?
Laquandra Williams.
Can you spell it? Laquandra?
Yes.
I don't even know what happened.
I came home from work. I own a business, and my son drove my car today. I asked him where he take my car to, because I got my car fixed this weekend. And he wouldn't answer me, and I said, I said, John, I'm talking to you. He wouldn't answer me, and he don't like my boyfriend. He said, I'm going to kill you and your boyfriend. We were fighting in my living room. He never did that to me.
So I'm confused. What's going on? Okay, so they have a regular argument like they always do, and she got mad or upset with him because he used her car over the weekend, and he wouldn't answer her when she questioned him what he was doing or where he went with her car because she just got it fixed. And then she said that they always argue, and that he threatened to kill her and her boyfriend, and he never did that before, and they got to fighting. So something don't sound right here. Okay, first of all, if y'all always arguing and fighting stuff, that's one thing, okay, but him threatening to kill you and your boyfriend, where's the boyfriend at? And is he on the scene? Like, I got questions like, where is he at in all of this, and was he involved in the fight? But more importantly, what kind of arguments y'all have to the point where he not only want to kill your boyfriend but want to kill you? That's a little bit, crucial. I mean, it's not out of the norm for the son to not like the boyfriend, especially if he's older and it's this guy dating his mom and stuff like that. I mean, that's typical, you know what I'm saying? But for him to threaten to want to kill his own mom, that sets a different tone. Mind you, you got the sisters in the background, well, one of the sisters in the background saying take her to jail. She don't care if that is her mom, take her to jail. So it's more to this story, but let's see how it plays out.
And then I have a gun. He has a gun of mine too. Like, we always get into it. Like, I don't believe this is happening. Like, I can't even cry. Like, that's my child. Like, you don't know. God have mercy, man. What in the world is happening? My whole life. I raised them and took care of my kid. Moved from Youngstown to here. And we've been going through hell ever since.
So that's your son?
Yes.
Okay. How old is he? I'm just curious.
He's 21.
He's 21. Okay. What was your name?
Her name is Laquandra.
Your name?
My name is Maya.
Maya?
Yes. She got him from
What was your last name?
Hughes. Dad, I need you. Yes, he is. I need you, Dad. Yes, I see him. He was on the floor. He was breathless. No, they shot him in the chest. No, this is... Bro, she's in the police car. She's in the car in front of me. No, I told them not to let her say that because she shot him, bro.
I'm gonna go out on a limb when I say there's no possible way they can all share the same dad, because his first response when she told him that she needed him, he said he was up in, I believe he said Texas. And I'm just like, that's not how you respond if your daughter said that her brother's just been shot or that your son has been shot. So I'm assuming they have different fathers, but even still, it's like, man, you kind of like nonchalant a little bit on the phone with her while she's crying her heart out to him about losing her brother. And it's just like, where's the comfort at? I know if it was me personally, if that was my child and they lost a sibling, whether it was my son or not, I would be there. I don't care where I am. Everything stops when it comes down to my kid. So I definitely would be headed her way right then and there, or as soon as I possibly can. But my response wouldn't be, oh, I'm up in Texas. But that's just me. Maybe somebody else feel differently. If you feel differently, down below, let me know.
How old are you?
I'm 20.
20? Okay.
Yeah.
And what happened today?
So I was in my room when everything was happening at first until it started getting bad. My sister started screaming my name. So I was like halfway going to sleep and I just heard my mom coming in the house screaming like about her car. And my brother, I had just wrecked my car, so my brother been driving us to school in her car because he didn't want to drive his car. So he drove her car earlier and she came back in the house like, Jahai, what's wrong with my car? But I'm sure it's nothing wrong with her car because she just be like kind of crazy.
She has like diagnosed issues?
No, it's not diagnosed, but it needs to be.
Okay.
So she came in the house and she was yelling at him. And Jahai
What's his name again?
His name is Jahai, Jahaad.
Okay. So she's yelling at him. How old is he?
He's 21.
21.
Yeah. So she came in the house and she was yelling at him and he wasn't responding to her because when my mom get to yelling at us, like, we don't respond because if we start yelling back, she's going to escalate because she has a real record of like us, I'm not going to lie. So
Okay, now we getting somewhere, y'all. Basically, based off what the sister is saying, the mama got a history of being a little bit loony, and she escalates situations a lot. So that gives a little bit more intel on why the boy, or what the mom said that he gonna kill her and the boyfriend. So if it did get to that extreme, I can understand why now, because she says the mom has a history and it was kind of blurred out. So I don't know if she said a history of abusing them or beating them or whatever, but the sister saying that the mom need to be diagnosed with some mental issues. She got some issues going on. Basically, the mom crazy. Also, the sister said the mom came in yelling and screaming like, what did you do to my car? What's wrong with your car? Sometimes when you're dealing with kids, especially when you don't have the best relationship or y'all got bad history and y'all always at each other's throats, sometimes it's best to be strategic when it comes down to dealing with a specific individual. It's all about tone and delivery, right? The way that you come across or deliver a message will set the tone for the rest of the conversation. So you come in screaming and yelling at me and you know we already don't get along, our relationship rocky. What type of energy you think you're gonna get back from me? Now, does that make it right that he took her car without her knowledge or consent? Absolutely not. But at the end of the day, 21, you're dealing with young adults. You're dealing with somebody that's just fresh out of their teens, and so you still have to keep in mind that they're basically young and dumb, and they're gonna do dumb stuff, stupid stuff. So you have to keep that in mind as a parent. And also, it still doesn't excuse the fact of what happened. It should have never gotten to this point. And what makes this situation even more sad is that the sister is right behind him in age. She's 20 and he was 21. So of course, I'm going to assume that they probably were really close, especially due to the mom's history of being, very loopy.
Like, we just don't respond to her when she's yelling. Like, we wait till her to stop yelling when it escalates and then talk. So Jahad wasn't responding at all. So she started trying to take his, I guess she was trying to take his AirPods out of his ear. Well, that's what he told me, because I wasn't in there for that. But after I asked him, what happened after she was outside. Hold on, let me get to it. But I asked him what happened. She was trying to take his AirPods out of his ear, and he wasn't letting her, and she started trying to hit him. So that's when it escalated in the kitchen, and she had got the knife, because Jahad was, pinning her down, wasn't letting him. And, she was getting mad because he was blocking her hits. So she had grabbed the knife, and she was trying to... So we trying to get the knife away from her.
Did you see that part?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we were trying to get the knife away from her. She was trying to stab him. So my brother kept telling me to get back. And Jahad, the one that shot. So he told me to step back, so I stepped back. And after he got the knife away from her, she was trying to grab more stuff. But I ended up grabbing the knife, because we have the knife, multiple knives up in that stand thing. So she was trying to grab that, so I grabbed it. And she was trying to grab our little coffee holder to throw it at him, but I grabbed that too. So she was trying to. And after he had ended up getting the knife away from her, she was still trying to punch him and stuff like that. So he ended up slamming her on the floor and pinning her to the ground so she can stop. And afterwards, after he was pinning her down, he was just telling her, I'm not a little boy, you're not gonna keep putting your hands on me. And then after he had ended up letting her get up, so she went downstairs to grab her gun.
Yeah, y'all, this lady crazy than a beastie book. See, basically, she came in yelling and screaming like a banshee, and she thought that she was gonna go over there and, put her hands on him and stuff like that, like she probably done in the past repetitively, and he probably finally had enough. And she probably got egotistical and prideful that he got the best of her, because him being a young man, he overpowered her and he tried to restrain her, and she ain't like that. And so because, he got the best of her ego, she felt the need to take it to the extreme and went down there to grab her gun. The sister's already saying that, they had to take the knives and stuff from her. And then the brother in the same process was trying to protect the sister. So I'm confused as when the mama talking about they was in there fighting and he ain't never, came at her like that or nothing like that. They usually always argue. Well, clearly that's because he's used to you always being the one to trying to charge or attack him. And now that we're in a situation where he had enough and he finally wants to defend himself and fight back, because he realized, he's like, hey, I'm a grown man. I don't have to take this. I don't care if you are my mom. You shouldn't be putting your hands on me. You got mad and then you proceeded to go downstairs and grab your pistol. It wasn't enough already that she was going for knives and things in the kitchen and every other sharp object she can land her eyes and hands on to come at him with. You hated this man that much that you tried to literally kill him, because you premeditated that before you went down there and grabbed that gun.
And I didn't let her. She was walking back upstairs, but I didn't let her come upstairs. I locked her outside.
Okay, so she came outside to get her
She
gun?
went outside, and that red truck over there by the 2 Grand Post, that's her car.
Okay.
And she went to go grab her gun. And then she was walking upstairs, but I wasn't going to let her shoot him. So I locked the door from her. I locked her outside. And, hold on, I'm talking really fast. But I locked her outside, and she was screaming she was give me my phone or give me my keys, but she already had her keys. So I just wasn't letting her in the house. So Jahad, the reason why he ended up outside, because he was trying to leave. Do you see his bags over there? His bags are probably on the floor.
Where at?
Over there where she shot him.
Okay.
Which car is hers?
The red car all the way at the back between the two Impalas. Yeah. So Jahad was trying to get his stuff to leave. He wasn't even trying to go do nothing. He was leaving. So he had his bags and everything. And I was telling him not to go outside, but he didn't think. Of course, nobody gonna think their mom was about to shoot them. So he went downstairs anyways as he was trying to leave. And when he went outside, I heard the gunshot. He was like, ah. And then I seen him from the balcony on the floor.
So shout out to the little sister's intuition and being on high alert, because she was definitely on point. She was definitely reading the room and she read her mother right. Even though she probably might have saw her go down there and get her pistol and whatever from the car, she still knew that the mom had her keys. So she still kept the mom locked outside of the house. And unfortunately, the brother still passed, but at least we know that the sister stopped her from coming inside. Because who knows who else would have gotten hurt had the mom came in and fired their pistol in the house. It could have ended, in multiple, fatal deaths instead of just one. So shout out to the sister for that. But for the mama coming in there, she intended on doing that. And if she was outside that long, she had time to think about it. So she knew exactly what she was doing.
And she was
Did you
trying
see
to...
him get shot?
No, I heard it.
You just heard it?
And I went out to the balcony. Like, I was by the door when I heard the gunshot because I was still holding the door locked. Yeah. So when I heard the gunshot, ran to the balcony and I see him on the floor. And she was like trying to...
Oh, you were in the balcony here?
The balcony, yeah, right there with the two chairs. Yeah.
So you ran out there and you saw...
I saw him on the floor. And she was trying to help him on the ground.
The concrete?
pavement.
Where was he exactly?
You want me to get out?
Well, just kind of tell me, like, straight
Like in front of those two cars right there at the end.
Okay.
Yeah. And she was trying to help him and stuff, like, I don't know what she was trying to. She looked like she was trying to help him, even though she shot him.
Alright, you can take a seat back there for me. Put the jacket over or something. The jacket has been searched, jumping in that as well. So just the tip. No. Okay. Thanks for hanging out. Oh, no problem. That's alright. That's what
93 for 75, only one district.
Oh my goodness. Look at this life. Do y'all know anything about my son?
No, we don't know anything, unfortunately. As soon as we get an update, we'll let you know.
So it seems like the mom is in the back of the police car and she is dealing with instant regret. If you can remember, the sister said that once she heard her brother, get shot or whatever, she saw that the mom was down there trying to help him, even though she had just got through obviously firing off at him. So it seems as if reality has settled in for her and she's come to the realization that she's made a grave mistake that has changed her entire life, not only her life, but the ones around her as well.
Robinson, turn the car back on. Alright, you're good. Is there anything I can do to help you?
No, please get to the shoulder.
Okay, step this way for me. Go around the back and then you follow the other officer right here.
I'm just this is Detective Policy I'm coming in here. We're going to read you your rights. Have you ever had rights with your car? No? Okay. Well, we'll go over kind of slowly to make sure you understand them all. We'll ask a couple goofy questions at the beginning of it. So just bear with us. I'm going to give you this so you can follow along with us. Can you tell me what happened?
So I came home early in between my two clients, and Jai used my car, and I asked him where he took my car at, because he took my car, and I said, well, how long did you leave there, and what did they do? My car's not riding away, I just got my car fixed. So he wouldn't answer me. So I walked back to the room and I went back into the living room where he was at, and he got up to like grab his stuff, and I said, I'm talking to you, answer me. And so I threw a glass, but it went over to his head like a candle, but it went over his head, it didn't touch him. And then he grabbed me up and threw me in the living room, which was something he never ever done. And we have had arguments, but he never ever put his hands on me ever. And I was trying to get him off of me. I was getting a knife because I know, like, he's stronger than I am, way stronger than I know. And I didn't impulse like I should.
And see, this is my point when I said things went too far earlier. He got the best of her. The thing about it is she got scared when he overpowered her because she never had seen that side of him before. I think that she always does stuff like that. She's talking about when he didn't answer her, she took something and threw it across the room, but it missed him. So you do this type of stuff all the time. You lead with violence and rage when it comes down to dealing with your children. And then when they finally get fed up and try to defend themselves or retaliate, you then try to take his life. It doesn't work that way. And you try to spin it as if y'all always done this before and that it never gotten to this point. It got to this point because of you. And that's what I mean when I say it's all about your tone and delivery. You set the tone on how you approach things. That goes for any relationship, whether it be kids, your friends, your family, people at work, just day to day, strangers. Anything you do, you set the tone for it on how you approach it. And obviously this was the outcome.
Well, I will tell you, unfortunately, your son did not make it.
Oh.
And I'm so sorry.
What?
They worked on him for at least close to an hour. That he didn't survive his injuries.
Take me. You can take me. I don't deserve that. He didn't either. Yo.
I'm sorry. Yeah. I know the pressures, and I feel like that's what happened to me. I feel like you just snapped because you just got so angry.
And everything, no, y'all. What? Y'all said he gone for real. No, I killed my son. Oh, no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I'm not going to believe it. And I kind of figured something was going on. When nobody talked to me while I was out there, I'm like, tell me what's going on.
Those guys aren't allowed to.
Yeah, I did not mean to do that. I did not mean to do that. I did not mean to do that. Y'all. Oh, God. Oh. Jesus have mercy on me. Forgive me.
Alright, y'all, that's gonna wrap it for this video. But this was a very sad situation, and unfortunately, it could have been avoided. She said she didn't mean to do that, but I mean, your pattern of behavior says otherwise. You went from always raging and screaming and yelling to throwing things to actually going in the kitchen, grabbing knives, throwing everything you can find. And when you found out that your hands or the objects you threw wasn't enough to subdue him or make him come subject to your demands, or your anger and rage took you to this point where you went outside and got your gun and you seen him leave. You had been seeing him leaving because the sister said he had his stuff and he was packing his bags and ready to go, and you took your gun and you ended his life. Now, of course, I do feel like she is remorseful at the end, but unfortunately, you got to pay the price for that. And this is the result of that. And honestly, if it takes you to the point, your anger, to the point where you want to do something to your own kids and you end up in your child's life, that's another level of therapy and help that you need to really get, and I hope you get that while you inside doing time. Now, I did read up on the article where she ended up pleading guilty, and she is doing 18 years to life in prison. But I would love to know what you guys think down below about this video. Let me know what you think down below. Do you think that the mom premeditated that? Do you think that she's always been violent towards her kids and that they just finally had enough and wanted to fight back? How do you feel about the younger sister being on high alert, knowing to keep the mama out of the house regardless of whether she knew she had her pistol on her or not? Tell me what you think about this video down below, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe here with us at Back in Time. But until next time.
Don't you feel tough? Yeah! Don't you feel strong? Yeah! Don't you feel like going home? Sure! Yeah! Then get the hell out of my apartment.